So today we are going to learn about unit number 1, Indian economic development, India on the eve of independence. Okay. So in this chapter we generally learn about India. Okay. About the economy of the India, and the primary objective of this particular chapter is to understand about the economic development during that period. So if we talk about this period, I should start with the structure of India's present day economy is not just of current making. Okay, it has its roots steeped in history, particularly in the period when India was under British rule, which lasted for almost 2 centuries before India finally won its independence on 15th August 1947. The sole purpose of the British colonial rule in India was to reduce the country to being a raw material supplier for Great Britain's own rapidly expanding modern industrial base. And in understanding of the exploitative nature of this relationship is essential for any assessment of the kind and level of development which the Indian economy has been able to attain over the last 6.5 decades. Now we will talk about the low level of economic development under the colonial rule. India had an independent economy before the advent of the British rule. Though agriculture was a main source of livelihood for most people, yet the country's economy was characterized by various kinds of manufacturing activities. India was particularly well known for its handicraft industries in the fields of cotton, silk, textile, metal, and precious stoneworks, etc. These products enjoyed a worldwide market based on the reputation of the fine quality of material used and the high standards of craftsmanship seen in all imports from India. The economic policies pursued by the colonial government in India were concerned more with the protection and promotion of the economic interest of their home country than with the development of the Indian economy. Such policies brought about a fundamental change in the structure of the Indian economy, transforming the country into supplier of raw materials and consumer of finished industrial products from Britain. Obviously, the colonial government never made any sincere attempt to estimate India's national and per capita income. Some individual attempts which were made to measure such incomes yielded conflicting and inconsistent results. Among the notable estimators, Dadabhai Naroji, William Diggai, Finlay Shiraz, V.K.R.V. Rao, and R.C. Desai, it was Rao whose estimates during the colonial period was considered very significant. However, most studies did find that the country's growth of aggregate real output during the first half of the 20th century was less than 2%, coupled with a meager 0.5% growth in per capita output per year.